Hi everybody, I'm Pete DuBaldo from DuBaldo Music in Connecticut. Recently, Ernie Ball Music Man called and offered me the opportunity to fly out to their factory in California and design an exclusive run of instruments for our store. We've been selling Music Man guitars for over 15 years now, and naturally I had to jump at the chance to do this. You can see some of them here to my left. To the Ball family, Sterling, and sons Brian and Scott, thank you so much for this opportunity. It's an honor and a pleasure to be invited out to the factory.
Hi, I'm Pete from DuBaldo Music, and I'm here at the Ernie Ball Music Man factory. I'm going to take a quick tour with Billy Imperial.
So it all starts here at the mill. We get the wood is seasoned. We let the wood sit here before we use it, process it.
It was amazing for me, as I've been out there once before in 2005, and to see all the improvements that they've made and streamlining that they've done in production. It was pretty neat. Got to see body blanks going through the line, being hand sanded, being buffed. Got to see frets being installed, radius is put on necks, all the good stuff. CNC machines carving out complex inlays. The abundance of wood and fantastic raw materials that the shop has. I was able to sit with Scott, AJ, Billy, Tomas, John, and many other engineers to go over various options and ideas that I had for our special run. One of my goals was to offer something interesting and unique that had not been offered before, while at the same time I wanted to try and keep the instruments on the more affordable side of a limited or exclusive run. We discussed various models and quantities that I might order, and how certain options might work well on one instrument, but not another. If I were to change the top wood on one guitar, and then the body wood on a different guitar, and then change the neck on a third model, that doesn't provide any continuity. I wanted this run to be immediately recognizable and identifiable as an exclusive run offered by us here at DuBaldo Music. As we walked through the factory, there were several tables that were set up with different options for me to choose from. First up was the neck blank table. There were neck blanks in maple, roasted maple, rosewood. They had different fingerboards on some of them, they had different inlays on some of them. There were block inlays, there were dot inlays, there were ribbon inlays. All sorts of different options to choose from. This got ideas started in the back of my mind. After the table with the neck blanks, we continued along the production line. We saw the CNC machines carving the necks. We saw the CNC machines carving out the inlays for the block style. Pretty neat to see this all in person, and a far cry from what it was back in 2005 when I first visited. Lots of improvements, lots of streamlining, very nice changes. As we continued along, the idea to bring back the all-rosewood neck really struck a chord with me. I've got a few rosewood necks on some of my Music Man guitars. Those are my go-to instruments. The rosewood neck was a very popular option back in 2008, and then again when it was offered in 2013. I wanted to bring this option back if I could, but I wanted to bring it back with a twist. Something to make it a little bit different, hopefully more appealing, but something immediately recognizable as unique. We ultimately decided that adding an ebony fretboard to the Indian rosewood neck and combining it with some stainless steel frets across all the instruments would be the way to go. The next decision I had to make was whether I wanted an opaque finish or a translucent finish on my exclusive run. Now, without changing body woods on some of the guitars, such as the JP6 or the Luke 3, they may or may not look that great in a translucent finish, whereas a JP15 may not look all that great in an opaque finish. It might, but it might not. I got both. Translucent stain over maple tops, and then an opaque finish on the back and sides, and opaque on non-figured top models. How do you match a translucent stain with an opaque paint? Well, geniuses at the Music Man factory were able to do exactly that. We have a hand-rubbed Diablo Blue stain on maple tops, and we have an opaque pearl metallic finish on the back and sides of those same guitars, where it has enough shift when you view it from different angles, the way the light hits it, that the highs and lows of that opaque color mimic the highs and lows of the blue in the stain. Very, very cool. As you can see here, I've got a bunch of them set up. We'll show those in just a few minutes. After choosing the neck and choosing the colors, chrome hardware, and a black pickguard if needed, I had to decide what models I wanted to offer. I already had in the back of my mind that I wanted to bring back the recently discontinued semi-hollow Super Sport, if at all possible. Fortunately, the factory was willing to make a few more of these for us, and that is one of the very first models that we had arrive in this exclusive Diablo Blue run. I also wanted to offer the JP15. This is an incredibly popular model, although to date it's only been seen with an all roasted maple neck and fingerboard, or on some of the BFR versions, an ebony fingerboard with binding and an ultra-thin satin finish on the neck. I wanted to offer the JP15 with an Evany Fretboard, and this was the perfect way for me to do it. Incorporate it with a rosewood neck, ebony fretboard, add it to the Diablo Blue lineup. In addition to the JP15, I also wanted to offer the JP6. This model would have an all-opaque finish. Its choice of being included was heavily influenced by the fact that my #1 gigging guitar is an original JP6 with an all-rosewood neck. Why wouldn't I want to see more of those in the shop? The Luke 3 was originally offered with an all-rosewood neck. A few years ago, that option was changed to a roasted maple neck with a rosewood fretboard. One thing I hear from people frequently is, "Oh, I miss the all-rosewood neck on the Luke 3," or "I wish the Luke 3 came with stainless steel frets." Well, now you can get a rosewood neck and stainless frets on the Luke 3. We've got a bunch of HH models coming. The Stingray Special Bass has also done very well for us over the past several years, and I wanted to incorporate that into our exclusive run. While there are no rosewood neck blanks big enough to go on a bass guitar, we are incorporating that same opaque Diablo Blue, the ebony fretboard, and the stainless steel frets. We've got Stingray 4H, 4HH, and 5HH models coming. Those should be here November, December as well. And with all that being said, it's an absolute joy to be able to show these off to you today. And we look forward to seeing the JPs, the Luke 3s, and the Stingray basses coming to our store in the immediate future. Visit our shop, DuBaldo Music, located in Manchester, Connecticut, or visit us online at DuBaldomusic.com. Big thanks to Ernie Ball for offering us this opportunity. We hope to see you all soon. Take care.